All right, we'll get started.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our meeting today. It is March 29th, 2024. So we'll call the meeting to order at 9:37 a.m. Michael, do you want to do roll call, please?
District 1, here. District 2, here. District 3,
Here.
and I'm here, Chairman.
We have a quorum, Miigwech, thank you. Next up is review and approve of the agenda. There's a few items that we're going to add. I know Andrea, General Counsel, wanted to add a few.
Under new business, there'd be approval of election contest judge, an appointment to the OCM Advisory Board, DHS funding application, and then an FFPSA allocation. And then for executive session, there would be approval to sign on as amici, a resolution to approve investigation into purchase, approval of contract for JT, contract for HD, contract for GS, contract for SB, MOA approval, and an approval to publish conservation code amendments, approval to publish cannabis code revisions, and then
Nobody can hear you.
start
Nobody can. No, you don't have to start over. Nobody here on that.
Contract.
Turn it on.
Is it green?
Contract for BE.
That's racist, Mike.
Okay, thank you. And we'll go over these ones that are on the new business. The executive ones, unfortunately we can't because can't divulge some of that information, so.
Chairman? Yes. She got them down. She's gonna try to text them to or email to us quick so we have it all. She's gonna send it right now to us. Yeah.
Okay, anything else to add to the agenda?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to add a discussion regarding tribal state relations training. New business.
Mr. Chairman, would like to add Lisa Bruner and Walter Gomskiki for a possible appointment to the commission.
In executive or to?
Executive.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, council? If not, I'm asking for a motion to approve the agenda
With additions? I'll make it.
with the additions. Michael makes a motion,
I'll second.
second by Annie. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, next up is review and approve the meeting minutes for 2/28/24.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Annie to approve the meeting minutes for 2/28/24.
Motion.
Second by Eugene.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next up, we have, the elders. Tim, you want to come up and say a few words if you like, and give us an update on how they're going on, with maybe some of the things that's happened with your council. Good.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you know, winter time is where we sit back and just enjoy winter. So our first meeting is April 3rd, 5 p.m. till Pine Point School. We did have a couple of things going on during the winter months. We had a Valentine's party with King Free in the villages and stuff like that. Turned out very excellent. Thank you, Eugene, for donating heart candy and big box of chocolates. I just kidding with him. I told him, I said, Eugene, I said, need some boxes of chocolate. I said, don't get the cheap stuff either. He came through, he brought us Russell Stover. But it's been pretty quiet this winter, so we're looking to keep it in this month, or next month, take it in and start getting some things planned and some events coming up, stuff like that. So basically, that's pretty much all I got. But next month, I'll really fill you in. Thank you. Any questions?
I'll send it for the chairman to get back here.
What was the date of the meeting?
April 3rd. April 3rd, 5 p.m. old time. It's on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have a question. I have a comment though. What's been coming to our table, excuse me. What's been coming to our table is these trips. BC trips, all these trips have been coming to our table for funding. I think in the past, we sat down with you, with your council, and we talked about, you guys budgeting and planning these trips, for all elders. Not just the ones that are signed up for Weekly, all elders that are interested in going to like the TEC meetings. So I think the only comment I got really to make about that is, and I did talk to you, Tim, a little earlier today, is that we talked about funding for that. I looked at you guys' budgets, and I think you guys have funding for that, but that's up to you guys, what you guys want to do with it. So, because, Mr. Chairman, we have other elders that are not part of Weekly that are coming to our table requesting funding to go to these TAC meetings also. And I think as a body, as a council here, I think we were kind of clear about that the White Council of Elders would be providing that with that bus and with everything else they need that's budgeted in their account. So, Kim, it's just a comment. I know we can talk about it later also about it, but I know you come up with a list, you come up with a number of rooms you need, and that's on you guys. Before you use our finance to do some of the arrangements and some of the, the rooms and all that. But I know you guys switched over to debit cards now, so I know you guys can, and I talked to Colleen Blattbauer, who's your treasurer, and she's very good at what she does. And she's the one that said that she was able to do all that stuff in-house with you guys now, so. But Chairman, I just wanted to make that comment, so.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, Mr. Lorak, is when it comes to making those arrangements, I mean, I know tribal council puts together so many rooms, a block of rooms there. And we used to go through, is it Lori York, who put in set rooms for us and stuff. So as long as we know a count on how many rooms we can be entitled to, then it's up to us to make those arrangements from that point forward, right?
I mean, that's gonna be up to your committee, up to your council. What I'm saying is that we can help. We can help also. I'm not saying we're not helping. Saying we can help with the block rooms and do that, but when it comes back to funding it, we could probably also, I mean, I'm not saying we can fund it all the time, but I'm just saying we, as a secretary treasurer, I look at finances and I look at things like that, so. And I know that, you guys plan for this, what's the name of that, Nicole's every 2 years, you plan for that, you save money for that too. So we would just like you guys to be, and when I sat down with your committee and did budgeting with them, we just like you guys to budget and plan ahead. And I know you guys have been really getting good at that. Because everybody knows, we all know from a year out when the TEC meetings are gonna be. We all know that already, so. It was just my idea for you guys to be able to budget that and plan it out and be ready for it. Instead of coming to us, and it has happened before, and I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, but it has happened before where they came 2 days before the event and they wanted us to pay for it. They wanted us to make all the arrangements, which doesn't fit very well with Lori and Curtis because they're busy. They're really busy and, to drop all those things to go and do that. So I think that we're just asking for a little bit of coordination. That's what we're asking for.
I agree. And we're struggling, but we're working on that. We want to be less of what we want is we don't want to be a burden. And so we're slowly getting our stuff together to where we're starting to work together to take care of these little problems that we've been having. So the only thing I can say is it's going to get better, guys.
And I see it already. I do. I met with some of your council members and I met with them and they understand and I think it's going to get better and don't get us wrong. Don't get me wrong that I'm not gonna, if the funding's not there for you guys, we'll look for the funding for you guys. But we just like, well, the commission is totally different. So.
But we gotta work together.
You work together with the commission. But I think you guys, there was a little bit of disconnect there with the commission. So, but I think you guys are going to get better on that too. So.
I agree. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Tim,
Tim.
thank you, I appreciate all your hard work you do too, so.
Hold on, I have a question for Tim. Can I use that mic?
Oh.
Hey, Tim, So I got a call from some of the district commissioners, elder commissioners, regarding like some break-ins and we're just brainstorming. But we're working on providing security cameras for elders, and then we're also talking about the future sites for the elder village data wash. I'd like to meet with you guys and at your next meeting. And just try to. I'd like to see like a camera system overseeing, the elder villages, but I don't know how the elders would feel about that. I don't want to think that we're spying on them. But then another thing was regarding like the break-ins, if we could set an elder up with a, home security system, there's avenue we can go to purchase it for them. But I guess the compatibility, does the elder need do they need a smartphone? Do they need a laptop? Do they, you know what I mean? What are they most comfortable on? So I'm thinking that, we give these elders these security cameras, it could be just as simple as a doorbell, a ring doorbell. And then but then there's probably gonna be a learning curve because on this app, I'll just say the Ring app, for example, you can invite your neighbors to, view some stuff with your cameras and stuff. And I think if we can go this route, utilize some technology and kind of train our elders up, we could start like a community watch program. And I know like community watch, you have to be pretty like cul-de-sac tight knit, but I feel like these security cameras, and connect you guys, on the web, and we'd be able to do like a community watch throughout the reservation in each community. And I really wanted to kind of start with our elders and try to get them to take on this initiative. So I don't know, just some discussions I want to have with you folks.
I think we can start using our elder advocates to help out with it.
Yeah,
So I know we have, how many elder advocates we have right now, Lori? 4 of them?
Yeah.
So we can use them to.
We got a whole bunch.
Yeah, we got all kinds of support staff, yeah.
There's a whole bunch of support out there.
yeah, I think the elders would be very welcome to that. And they're, we're all worried about, it would help with bad weather too and stuff like that, our emergencies, and everything else like that. So I think it would be well accepted in the community, in their communities. I think one thing we need to do though is like the EMP centers, we need to, they used to have a lap or a computer in the EMP centers, like in Pine Point and stuff like that. I know that some elders have voiced their opinion that they miss those things and stuff. I think that would be a good thing, and if we have the elders advocates, which they're all kind of younger, and they work with Word and everything else, Excel and stuff like that. If we could have the elder advocates maybe set up some kind of where they could teach, as we're putting in those cameras, they could teach us how to operate those cameras, because some elders aren't computer savvy. So, but I think you're going in the right direction. I really do. I think that they'd be more than welcome to more security and stuff like that, because there is a lot of break-ins, a lot of people stealing stuff out of people's yards and stuff like that. So that sounds like a real good excellent idea. So you'll be in Pine Point on the 3rd, or are you talking about?
Next Wednesday, yeah, I can make it next Wednesday.
Okay.
What, 10 or noon or something around?
No, 5 o'clock at night.
5 o'clock at night.
Really? We're trying something new, and at our first meeting here, we have it at 5 o'clock at night, so that a lot of elders were complaining that they weren't able to access the meetings because of work, which we have a lot of working elders, takes care of extended family. But that's a whole nother subject that we'll get into some other time. But we're going to try this first one at 5 o'clock at night and then fill it out and see how we should do it. I know some people don't like weekend ideals and stuff like that, but we're trying to get as many members as we can to start attending these meetings so that we can address some of the issues that we have, because you're only hearing from a selected few every now and then. And we need to reach out there more and get more membership, more input, and just bring us together so that we're all fighting for the same battle.
Yeah, I think like just your comments that you made, there's definitely possibilities of us doing that. I know there's some funding out there that we got from the NTAI grant to, supply community spaces with computers. So I think we can probably, accommodate you guys. I'll come over on the 3rd and we'll have a discussion.
See you there. Any other questions? Henry?
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Good stuff. A good step. Thank you for that report. And I think that our council in general is in support of both the, Elders Commission and the WACOWI, the White Earth Elders of Council. And I know that, some good ideas. So hopefully that we can move forward and get some protection for our elders across our reservation. So thank you. All right, next up we have sponsorship request, American Indian graduation ceremony. Eugene, did you bring this up? Who brought this one up?
It's in the packet.
Oh, the 26th.
You brought it up, Chairman.
Your name's on it.
Lisa, did you bring this up?
We have put it in the packet for new business. It's from the Twin Cities American Indian Graduation Celebration. The letter is attached with the email. It's 42.
Chairman, would you like this on? Would you like somebody to maybe read the letter? I mean, I can do that if you want me to, if you want somebody to read the letter.
Yeah, go read it for you.
It's Dear White Earth Nation. This year we are celebrating the 38th annual Twin Cities American Indian Graduation Celebration on Friday, April 19th, 2024 at Minneapolis Community and Technical College. This event is attended by our American Indian and Alaskan Native graduates, their families, college representatives, and American Indian leaders in education and in tribal government. American Indian Graduation Celebration was organized in 1986 by volunteers who wanted to recognize and honor American Indian graduates for their hard-earned achievements. More than 35 years later, our volunteer committees continue this tradition. In years past, American Indian students from our community were honored, and while we welcome them, this event is only possible when college and universities support this event. We depend on support from you, as well as schools, tribes, and community organizations. You can help support our student participation with a monetary contribution and your presence at this celebration. We would appreciate any contributions that you can provide, as this event is community funded and planned by volunteers. You will also be listed as a co-sponsor in our publicity. Last year, we honored 42 graduates from 11 post-secondary institutions. These graduates represent over 25 tribal nations. This year, we anticipate a similar turnout, if not more. We have honored up to 100 graduates at past year's event. These graduates represent many tribal nations and Minnesota Institutes of Higher Education. To meet our goals, we welcome financial contributions. All donors will be proudly featured in our program. Annual total cost for this event is approximately $20,600. We invite you to choose from 4 level sponsorships. Can we go through that?
Yeah, please.
Eagle level sponsorship is $5,000 plus. Bear level sponsorship is $3,000 plus. Elk level sponsorship is $2,000 plus. The honor level sponsorship is $1,000 and below. That just goes into the contributions can be made payable to our fiscal agent listed below and found on our website. Please complete blah, blah, blah. Fiscal agent, Augsburg University, attention, Gabrielle Allen, American Indian Graduation Celebration. With gratitude, the planning committee.
Big Rich, thank you. And council, I know that we support our education, and I guess this is I talked to Tracy about this, and we didn't sponsor him previously, so I mean, I guess it's up to the council if we want to do something like an elk or something, an elk sponsorship for this year. But it's up to the council, and I'd like to hear your discussion on it too, so.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, I think that Eagle level sponsorship, I'd be open to that. I mean, I'd also like to know how many of our kids are going to be graduating, or how many of our members are going to be graduating. I think this would be a good event, and I think it'd be a good opportunity to send some folks from our urban office to maybe recruit some folks to come in and work for us. But yeah, I'm in favor of the Eagle level sponsorship of $5,000.
Okay, so I need a motion then, or after discussion, I'm sorry. Michael, do you want to say a few words? Henry or Annie, you want to say anything? Otherwise, I'll just ask for a motion, so.
There's that.
Okay, motion to approve the Eagle sponsorship.
Motion.
Motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Eugene, all in favor.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
It does work, it will work.
All right, next up on the agenda is Andrea. You have to give Andrea a microphone, so.
Thank you. Can you hear me with this?
Yes.
So the first edition was the appointment of an election contest judge. And this is a replacement of the previously appointed election contest judge for the 2024 election. It's Mr. Michael Harrison. And it would just help ensure that we have sufficient election contest judges should we need them.
And you recommend it?
Yes.
Motion to approve the new contest judge.
I'll make motion.
Motion by Henry,
Second.
second by Mike, all in favor?
Silent.
Silent by Annie. The motion carries. Thank you.
Next, I have a resolution approving the appointment of Lisa Bruner to the Minnesota Office of Cannabis Management Advisory Board. Waiter has the opportunity to make the direct appointment to the state board. Well, I'm recommending you to approve it. I believe that she was previously approved. This is just in a formal manner by resolution.
Motion.
Motion by Eugene,
Second.
second by Henry, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Next, I have grant application paperwork for DHS funding. And essentially, it's the necessary paperwork that's needed when applying for a state grant. I'm recommending approval.
Okay, motion on this, Henry?
Motion.
Motion by Eugene,
Second.
second by Henry, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
And then the last item that I have that I added is the FFPSA allocation agency plan. And essentially, it's an allocation of funding to support ICW in development and implementation of prevention services. Recommending approval.
Motion.
Motion by Eugene,
Second.
second by Annie, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, next up we have on the agenda is the consent agenda, and I'll go over this with everyone. First up, Mr. Chairman.
We added a discussion for tribal state relation training.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I know we posted the tribal state relation training a few times. I have some concerns with the kind of the format. I feel like our tribal college might be a better venue, so we can do breakout sessions we do breakout sessions that can educate specific state departments. But I also wanted to talk about in recent events that happened, there's a lot of misconceptions coming from our county and local governments. I'd really like to sit down and have a conversation with the tribal state relation coordinators and see if there's any way that we could, mandate the, local governments within our reservation boundaries to attend these trainings, just so we're on the same page with each other, because working with, the city of Noman and Waban, and there's some misconceptions. I feel like, if it comes from us, they kind of don't believe us. But if it's coming from the state, I feel like they'll be more open to it, I guess. But, I don't know, I guess that's what I wanted to start the discussion off with.
Yeah, I know that's a good idea. I know that, when we met down in, St. Paul at the county office, I think I was trying to Google what they're called down there. It's where they work with a consortium, or they have like an executive director, and they have like a administration down by the Capitol down there. And I've been, we talked to the executive director, the one that works with all the counties, and they do have quarterly trainings. I know, talking to Rick Holland, our band member who sits with Cass County commissioners, and he talks about some of these trainings, because I know some of these counties that when they have these meetings across Minnesota, that I think that they need to start incorporating some of the history and some of the factual information from these tribal nations which they're traveling through or across, and I think it's important that they understand, perspectives and other things that we take into account, that where it's a little different from everyone else. So, but I think it's a great idea. I know that moving forward, training and education is something that I think is most important for them. So,
I have a quick comment. I guess when I first looked at this tribal state relations, I know Mary Otto was kind of leading the charge at the state level. I looked at it as when they did these tribal state relation trainings, I don't ever recall, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't ever recall if the county commissioners attended these, or even the city officials in these areas attended these trainings, or if they're required to, or what, if they are, because the tribal state relation training that I've been to, the one that we hosted here, was most of the county commissioners and the liaisons, and there, I don't think I've seen the county commissioners or even the city officials or any of the outside agencies within the reservation attending these meetings. So I think that would be great if we got that, if we did better at that. And I don't know if they're being invited or not. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how that works that way, but I would like to see those county officials and those city officials in some of our area, in our area, attend these meetings with us so they get a better grasp. Like Representative Summers is saying, I mean, I know this Lori, are these tribal state relations? When they came out, there was basically, that was the county commission, or not the county commissioners, the agencies were always coming to it. We were educating the state on the agency side, the commissioners on, like the commissioner of DHS, we were educating them. Was there any thought of inviting our outside individuals?
Yes, if I remember correctly, Laura Lee Erickson from our tribal governance coordinator, she did reach out to the local agencies and invited them to attend, if I recall correctly. I have to double check with her, but I know for sure one of Mahnomen County's administrators was invited specifically and did not attend.
Okay, thank you.
Mahnomen.
That's just my comment.
yeah, and also, I got a little more information too. I know Matt Hilbert from the Association of Counties from Minnesota, that's their office down in St. Paul. And maybe we can reach out to Matt and maybe get like a training, like a small training like they do for these tribal state relations, like why treaties matter. I think those are just the small steps that they can look at and look at the history of us, and kind of what we're trying to do today with the White Earth State Forest is we're trying to educate these legislators and county commissioners on how this all rolled out and why we're where we're at today. And it's really kind of hard to explain to them in a 10 to 15 minute time period with these legislators. But a lot of them do get it. They understand our perspective of what we're doing. And I think just the backside of it is understanding history and understanding the land grab acts that happened pre-1934, that what created all these tax forfeiture lands and all these other lands up in our forest, and how we lost them all. And I think that's the thing, I think what Eugene's getting at is understanding and educating, you know, our neighbors, our partners, you know, that live in or around our reservation, that we're just trying to get out information and good information to them that they can at least understand where we come from as Anishinaabe people. So it's good. And like I said, we'll send out, I'll have Laura Lee send out a email to Matt here from the Association of Counties and see what they can do and how we can implement some trainings in there. So
They also have a group with the, I think it's the Association of the City Administrators too. They meet across the state too. So I think we should broaden that out to all of them. Because I remember Chairman Deschamps from Grand Portage, when they were having their County Commissioner Association meeting, he reached out and said, is anybody from Whiteearth going to this meeting? I think it was down in Duluth, I think it was. But we didn't have enough time to get there. I think we had a conflict in our schedule. So, but I think if our government relations person can start working on it, I think that would be very, very fruitful.
Yeah, I know there's avenues we can take to, you know, offer the training and, but I think we should probably have those discussions first before we act on anything. But I know there's avenues we can go through, to possibly maybe amend, you know, the tribal consultation policy. But like I said, I think it's good for discussion. You know,
all right, do we have anything else in new business?
Oh, we get a member back with that.
I just want to know how a tribal member can get more involved with that Whiteearth State Forest to be able to also stand her ground, to be able to get the voice back from our people with them. So I just wanted to know how I can contribute my time and my way to do it. And
Yeah.
never ask that for.
Yeah, Phoenix, we can meet with you here. A lot of stuff that we're doing is, you know, kind of sensitive and probably we don't want to broadcast it. So we'll definitely step out and have a conversation with you and, update you. And that brings another, you know, another point of discussion about possibly having, community meetings. Like I said, I know the delicacy of the situation. I don't want to, you know, yeah, it's a delicate situation, but you know, community members are asking. You know, I tell them to, you know, come to my office and we have discussions, but how are we going to inform our members? What are some things we can do to inform them and keep them updated, but also, you know, protect our information and our data.
Rich, and I appreciate that. You know, I know that, like Eugene said, is like there's a lot of membership that they would love to help and contribute to this cause. And, you know, diplomacy is one thing that I'm using here at the Capitol. And as chairman of the nation, and my job is to go in and have these discussions and talk with these legislators and give them, like I said earlier, give them that history lesson of Whiteearth Nation and convince them that this bill, House File 3480, is a good thing for not only for Whiteearth, but a good thing for the state of Minnesota. So I know that we're working hard on this. I'm talking daily to our lobbyists. You know, I know that strategy is something that's a part of this path that we're taking. So I want to say big wish and thanks everyone. And I want to say thank you everyone for the prayers out there, because I think they really do help us and hopefully keep this bill moving forward. So, but we will have more updates for that too. So as we go along. Do we have anything else in the new business? Okay, next up is the consent agenda. And I'll go through this. First up is behavioral health. Is a 2024 early childhood mental health amendment to and resolution. Minnesota State Colleges, Universities, MOA and resolution. Economic development, tribal energy development capacity grant. For education, we have child care license renewals. Head Start expansion, early childhood expansion, and early Head Start Child Care Partnership Grant. 23-24 COLA BIA School Operational Grant Amendment. White Earth Family Treatment Kitchen Remodel, Outpatient Family Notice Award. Oshkie Moneydew Youth and Women's Lodge, EAPC contract. Ridgeway Apartment Building Assessment, Certificate of Substantial Completion. Waco Imanizi Wind Supportive Housing Certificate of Substantial Completion and Resolution. Waco Imanizi Wind Supportive Housing Certificate Grant or General Contractor and Owner Construction Modified Intended Methods Worksheet and Resolution. Callaway Boys and Girls Club YHR Counseling and Resolution. The Manoomin Homeless Shelter Addition Certificate of Substantial Completion. The Manoomin Boys and Girls Club replacement of 7 propane RTU projects and notice of contract and resolution. Manoomin Boys and Girls Club Certificate of Substantial Completion Resolution. The Waiter Tribal College Community College contract and resolution. CMS Authorized Delegation Official Certificate Statement Continued Services and Resolution. Mass Immunization CMS Authorized Delegation Official Certificate Statement and Resolution. IHS Modification Buckle Up for Life Grant Resolution. 2024 Tribal MIECHB Grant Strengthening Public Health System Services and Indian Country Overdose Program Grant and Resolution. Liflick Additional Subaward of a grant. Human Services Amendment for LTHSSFR Grant. We have a Minnesota DHS Food Shelf Agreement. We have a Family Violence Prevention and Human Services Program Grant awarded in resolution. ICW, we have ICW Attorney Contract. For legal, we have a renewal of some LLC requests. There is approximately 8 of them. Resolution supporting the Veterans Affairs Pilot Project. We have Natural Resources, letter to request for FY23 Wildland Firefighter Temporary Special Pay Supplement and Resolution. We have MNA BLM or BIL Combined Funding for Equipment and Resolution. We have letter to DNR Commissioner requesting Bear Zone Realignment and Resolution. We have No Child Left Behind contract. We have the LLCRM funding collaboration and resolution. We have the 2024 SDSU interim contract and resolution. We have the the Beautiful Challenge 2024 grant. Public Works, we have the FTA 2024 partial year appropriation grant and resolution. We have the MnDOT FFY 2023 Section 5311 funds sub-allocation for Minnesota Tribal Nations. We have the 2024 to 2027 Tribal Transportation Improvement Plan. We have the Wayne Department of Transportation Comprehensive Highway Safety Plan resolution. Also, we have the FCICF return visit number 3 in resolution. For Welsa, we have a roundtable storage facility contract. And for ratification, we did the Cannabis Advisory Council tribal amendment. The Wayne Boys and Girls replacement of 7 propane. We did that. We did the LLCRM letter support. The Whiters State Forest press release. The letter to Minnesota DNR Whiters State Forest. The rental cost certificate and comments for EPA regarding CWS slaughterhouse rule. And that's it, Council. Do you have anything to add to that? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add, Chairman, but I would like to just, there's a lot of completions of our projects in this consent agenda. I would just like to let the members know that we'll probably be having open houses at each one of these areas that we, our homeless shelter, our Boys and Girls Club. There'll be there'll be open houses so everybody can come and enjoy what, and see the hard work that's been going on with our capital projects. So, we go, Chairman.
Thank you, Secretary Treasurer. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Eugene. Second by Henry. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next up, we'll ask for a motion to go into executive session.
Motion.
Motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Andy. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. I'd like to say thank you for everyone out there for joining us this morning and being a part of this, your constitutional right to be a part of this meeting, either if you're live here in the building or online. It's something that we all encourage all of our membership to attend our meetings. I know being at the last three candidate forums out there, I know a lot of our people were asking about what happens with us, and you know, you gotta remember that every last Friday of each month that we do have these meetings, and you're allowed to come have breakfast with us and allowed to come over and attend our meetings and see what we do firsthand. You know, I think it's important that we are transparent, and we're doing a great job for all of our people. So I'll say, maybe we have a great, happy Easter weekend. Take care, be safe. Be well, women. Good.